Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Classic WoW Plus Ascension. And, we're continuing with our crafting only series. Today is Sunday, and, I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. I'm not used to making videos on the weekend. Well, I do make videos on the weekend, but not for the weekend. How about that? That's some clarification that is probably needed. But yeah, we're still here in the starting zone. I'm afraid to leave it right now because I'm only level 3. But, like I said, it's going to be a little slow at the start because quests can't give me experience, only crafting and gathering and all that kind of stuff. So, just gathering everything that I can, probably for the best, right? I'll be making my first sets of armor and everything else as soon as I leave the zone. And the only thing I have on me right now is a loot box 3000, and I have a vanity item that gives me yes, skinning pet. We have the skinning pet. I did want to get the looting pet, but I don't have enough donation points for that, so I'm not really worried about it right now. So at the present moment, I am settling with what I've got. And I'm hoping that the auto bot will do a lot of stuff for me right now. So we hit level 4. I know. Normally I'm usually way ahead of the game. Not this time. And unfortunately I don't have any money. I don't have any money. I have to sell stuff. Humanoid mobs I'm probably gonna have to dispatch of a lot. Probably. I could have done human, because human actually makes a lot of money in their starting zone because almost everything's humanoid. There's no balance, but it should be fine. If I just sell all the RPG, well, I call it RPG loot. It's not really RPG loot, but it kind of is at the same time. But it ain't. It really ain't, but still. It's there. It's the option. It's the options. Alright, let's see. Let's get aspect of the monkey. That will help us when we're trying to run away from things. 18% chance to dodge. Just flatline 18% is pretty damn good. When I hit level 10, things will definitely pick up because my pet will just demolish everything, I'm sure. I'm sure. Alright. And now that I have Serpent Sting, Poisons, Extra Shot, definitely will make this a lot easier to do. I hope everybody will enjoy this series as much as I'm going to enjoy it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I hope people will enjoy this series more than me, because this is a bit of torture to me. I have decided to put myself through this for the amusement of others. No, I'm not salty about it. I'm just trying to think of how I'm gonna do this. Because professions only, I'm gonna be stuck in zones a lot longer than my paladin would have. And using, you know, EXP pots and stuff like that is pretty pointless. Because they don't, because here's the thing. The XP pots and the aura of experience does not affect professions. At all. So I can't gain it, well actually, to my knowledge it doesn't. To my acknowledgement, it does not. So. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a pain. It's gonna cause me so much stress that I'm sure everybody will get a kick out of and enjoy more than me. And that's sort of the hope, because I want this series to be enjoyable for everybody, not so much me. Who knows, I might actually slowly start enjoying this. I mean, I do enjoy on my paladin when I get into like a cave or whatnot, and there's like just a shit ton of ores that I can just go, ah, dinner, you know, just, feasting tonight. I think it's a good feeling. I think it's good. Now, when it comes to doing the wood cutting, I'm not really sure because I need a sawmill, and I'm not really positive what sawmill is where. Well, maybe I can ask the guards for professions and see where it goes, but the only logging saw camp that I know is an Ashen Vale. Is an Ashen Vale. So I'm not really sure how Ascension has done the wood cutting for everything else. But yeah, we'll see. I am getting a ton of leather, so by the time I get out of here, I might have enough leather to push the envelope. Actually, let me do this real quick. If I can afford all this stuff. Yeah, I can afford it. The one thing I do criticize and critique with Ascension's little books and stuff like that is the fact that it does not tell me. It does not freaking tell me how much certain things cost. So it does drive me a little nuts when it comes down to that. But I'll be going into this cave here. I'll be going into this cave full of humanoid mobs, so there should be a lot of greens that will drop, and I can make up for it. So it'll be alright. Should be alright.
Me not that kind of orc.
I don't know if I can actually join guilds. I need to join a guild on my paladin. I'm gonna try and look around just for my paladin so that we can do raiding when I hit level 60. And see what kind of stuff we can get into. So yeah, it'll be all right. I think it'll be cool if I could find a guild for it. Yeah, gotta take this slow because again, unfortunately, this lonely artisan is Iron Man. So, one life. Broskies, one life. So I definitely don't want to be too careless. Especially since I don't have a pet. Like I said, having a pet will make this a lot easier. I'm sure. And I think when you hit 60 on Iron Man, it drops. The Iron Man. So, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm actually not positive. I'm not really sure. I mean, would it though? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I genuinely will probably see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Fellstalkers can drop leather. I don't think it does. Even though they're technically demonic dogs. They're technically demonic dogs. They're just dogs. There's, I think, a treasure inside this cave? I'm thinking. I know there's probably some Koa items that are in here. I'm pretty sure Koa items are in here. Which is kind of weird for Koa items to be involved here, but I'm pretty sure there might be. I know it did last time I was doing this, but I think they've taken it out. They've been trying to clean up these servers and realms to be more specific to what's being designed. So I appreciate their effort by trying to separate things. I'm sure it's probably really hard since it's all the same core, but I'm sure it's just as simple as just deleting items from this world and having it only appear in other worlds, which I think will definitely benefit. Speaking of Koa, I thought about getting my Stormbringer back up this in the videos, but you guys seem to really enjoy my Paladin, that I have grown unsure if I should. I think my Paladin has really become a favorite for viewers, and I like that. You know? I'm not a big Paladin player on retail, I admit. I'm a mage player on retail, you know, and I thought about doing a mage series, but I've played so much mage in my life that I wanted to do something different, you know. And Paladin seems to be my second choice, my best second choice, and I appreciate that there are people who really like it. I do. I really do appreciate it, because it makes me feel good about what I'm doing, you know, and how I'm playing it out. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for especially the reoccurring viewers. You guys are really awesome. You guys take the time to watch my videos and enjoy what I'm putting out to you guys, and you know, it makes me feel great, you know. It really does. It really does. And I hope you guys will choose to still watch me and everything else and enjoy what I'm putting out to you guys, because I want to make this community really fun, you know. And the sad part is I haven't even decided a name for what I want to call my community. I don't know exactly what I want to do with my community yet, you know. You know, I could technically make a poll for that. What do you guys want to be called, you know? Like, what's the, what ideas do you guys have to be called for a community? What do I call you guys, right? You know, it just is what it is. Now, I don't want to say subjects, because my OC, that's the channel's OC. Chachi Soothflame is an OC that I use on World of Warcraft on role-playing servers as a great con figure, and if I use that, then you guys would be my loyal subjects. But I don't want to do that. You know, I like to keep the roleplay separate from this. So, if you guys have any ideas on what you think the community should be called, then by all means leave a comment on this video. What you guys want to call the community, and if it's catchy enough, I'll start using it. I'll definitely start using it. As long as it's nothing inappropriate, because I know how some people are. Nothing inappropriate, guys. That is the first and foremost. Alright, let's see. And I will say, doing professions only, other than the stress of trying to keep up the levels and stuff like that, I think will be fun when we really get the ball rolling. Especially when I start really making like gear for myself that's useful, potions for myself that will be useful. I think it'll all come together. I think it really will come together. Just slowly, but it should. Yeah, I'm hopeful. And looking at also at the chat, the in-game chat, I should say. Seeing some of the items that people have found here, like this trinket, will definitely help at level 55. It'll definitely help at level 55 trying to get, experience, because fishing will yield experience too. And I think fishing yields experience for every fish I get. So, yeah. Yeah. And I think it'd be depending on what kind of fish I'm getting too. I hope that's how that works. I do. I hope that's kind of how that works, because yeah, it'll get very frustrating if it's not. Ooh, fell ember clutch. Cudgel. That's a priest item. And a shaman item. Pretty much anybody who can use a mace. Unfortunately, hunters do not use maces. At least I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't think hunters can use maces. Let's see. Nope. No maces. A stuck sword? I didn't see this before. Slayer's Claymore. That's a warrior item. Pretty cool warrior item. Doesn't do a lot for me though. But it's good to sell. Good item to sell. New player. Yeah, new guy. A new guy. At least to this realm, anyway. He must have recently bought it and thought, yeah, I'm gonna try it out. And chose to be a warrior. Which I respect. I respect that. Not many people come up in here into a new environment and be like, warrior. Definitely not me. My first instinct was rogue. And then I thought, you know what, I should make YouTube videos on this series. And then I chose a paladin. Instead of a rogue that I was working on. Because I wanted to start from the very start, And I could have just skipped this whole leveling process here in the very beginning. Jump straight into it at level 10 and explain everything as I would, but I chose not to. Primarily because I don't know, I'm crazy. But scribes and stuff like that, people who just record every little bit of history, that kind of deal, and messages and stuff. That's me. I am of that mind. I like to record every little bit of experiences that I've had and just roll with it, I'm very particular like that. It'll drive people nuts sometimes in my friend groups how I just like to record everything. Like, I will literally sit down and record conversations in my head so that I don't forget them. I'm just a weirdo like that, frankly. Frankly speaking, I'm just a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Why's my mining not going up right away? Something wrong? My mining hasn't gone up through the past few ores that I've gained, that I've chopped up, tapped into. Kind of weird. Guess that's just how it's gonna work. I know this leather that's dropping off these level 1s aren't gonna give me any skill points, frankly, because of just their level. But having the leather is nice. Yeah. Plus, I could also talk more about the game as I'm playing. I know there are some people that like that, where I just talk about the game, not about me. But frankly speaking, going this slow, I got nothing else to talk about. Yeah, it's alright. Let's see. Go down here, bunch of herbs down here. I could probably create tons of potions. Yeah, health potions. When I make it to town, I should have maybe more than enough to get at least level 8. Yeah. Because unfortunately in the starting zone, you're not gonna get a lot of your professions done. Other than the stuff that requires, like, not needing to go to a bench or extra ingredients and whatnot. So, yeah, it's the unfortunate stuff. It's the unfortunate stuff. Let's talk to you and sell the junk that I don't need or won't need. Won't need that. I won't need the jerkies. I will need more arrows though. I do need that.
Be safe.
Think 2 leather. We'll get 2 leather. And then through the engineering, I'll just get all this blasting powder. This should level me up to 5. Yeah, over 5. What do I need for the, yeah, iron. Copper bars. The upgrade kits will definitely come in use. Become useful. Really come in handy. It will definitely come in handy. Because I won't be able to use, I won't be able to use much of it. Much of anything else. Like quests and stuff, so I'll definitely be having more than enough resources to get those upgrade kits maxed out on my gear. I could probably sell all that stuff too in the auction house. I don't know how, you know, many people actually use it, but but it'll be the option. There is the option. Making dynamite not to use, but to sell. Level 6. Because I'll definitely need to be selling all this stuff. We'll have to. As much as the dynamite would definitely provide, like, a big boost in damage taking down things, it's just not going to be the case. Silver. I need a forge for that, and I'll need some coarse thread for that. But, yeah. Let's get all that stuff. All that. Upgrade. More recipes. Yeah, we're gonna need some stuff. Definitely. Definitely gonna need more stuff. Okay, since I'm level 6, I'm gonna leave this zone, and I'm gonna go straight into Ascension Village. Alright, we have Arcane Shot now, we have Hunter's Mark, which I'll be probably using a lot of, that deals a lot of damage. The idea now is to get to level 10, still. Sort of the goal. Probably won't be able to do it until next week. Unless I can really squeeze out a lot of the, can really squeeze it out. Since I'm level 6 too, I can also use my mount. Well, I could use my mount before, I just didn't know which one I wanted to choose. I think I'll use the Fell Flame. Make this thing a little speed up. I am going to be collecting everything that I can collect, just so that I keep it moving. I'm wondering when Ascension's going to allow for mounted gathering. Because gathering while mounted will definitely be something that I would be buying. I will be buying for this series. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this quest. Novice Rider. Gives me the Horn of the Dire Wolf. I think the Dire Wolf is better. Alright. Wolf riding. I don't know, I like riding wolves in this game. I think it's cool. Yeah, so harder mobs, it'll be a problem, but should be alright. I think quick shot does more damage than, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does more damage. No, it's about the same. It's just that quick shot, I hate that it shares the same cooldown. Why does it share the same cooldown? That's insane. That's insane. Now there is a guy over here for a knife, retired grunt. He has a knife over there. So I'll also, you know, I never searched around Duratar for the items. So we'll definitely be grabbing those Duratar items when I can, and hopefully not die. I do worry. I do worry. My time playing fucking hardcore WoW on retail has definitely shook me to my core when it comes down to doing this. I'm not really wearing any gear, technically speaking. My character's still wearing starting gear except for the green pair of pants and the axe that I have and the cloak. Nothing that really gonna give me stats. So I am worried about getting my butt killed. Alright, let's go over here and grab this knife off of old Cromash. Let's loot the old Brent's old knife.
Blood and thunder.
Cool. Let's see. It is a spell power knife, so it's for warlocks primarily, it seems. Warlocks and mages that can use, well, any class that uses a spell knife. Don't see too many spell knives. Well, I haven't found any spell knives of like importance while over in the undead zone on my paladin, you know. I think I'm more worried about the boars than the scorpids, because the boars have yeah, that boar charge, it does a lot of damage when you get hit by it. They scare me a little bit. I do want their chunks of boar meat. Actually, let's just skip by everything right now and go to Ascension so we can finish the video off for the day. Yeah. I hope you guys will enjoy this series. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's, you know, video about this. And I'm hoping that this series can perform pretty well. If not, I'm still gonna do it. I mean, some people will definitely enjoy, you know, stuff like this. And I'm hoping that there's people out there that, you know, can relax to something like this. Just watching me just ASMR style rant while listening to me herb and knocking things down through trees and ore mining, you know. Some people might get something out of that. And yeah, do leave a like on this series if you like it. Leave a comment down below for ideas if you want to see me do other things. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to push off the ground. We're trying to get this a rolling. So until next time, my friends, peace out.